Cool. Hi, my name is Sam Sneller, and I'm here to defend Dactylopius, also known as the cochineal scale insect.
And howdy, my name is Vladimir Pleskonic, and I'm going to be defending the Bombyx mori, also known as the silk moth.
The cochineal scale insect, Dactylopus coccus, though tiny and unassuming, has played a monumental role in shaping global history. Native to Mexico and South America, this insect thrives on prickly pear cacti. The female cochineal produces caramelic dye, which humans have harvested for centuries to create cochineal dye, a vibrant and long-lasting red pigment. After the Spanish arrived in the Americas, cochineal dye quickly became one of the most valuable exports to Europe, second only to silver. The dye's intensity and permanence were unparalleled, revolutionizing the textile and art industries. It colored the robes of kings, the uniforms of soldiers, and the canvases of master artists. The economic impact was significant. Cochineal's dye bolstered the Spanish Empire's wealth and influenced trade routes and economic policies. The cochineal insect's influence extends beyond economics. It played a critical role in cultural exchanges between the old and new worlds, introducing a vibrant red dye, transformed art, fashion, and social customs in Europe and beyond. This dye was prized for its intensity and stability, setting it apart from other pigments available at the time. The color red became a status symbol, worn only by royalty, clergy, and the wealthy to convey power and prestige. Cochineal dye even impacts global trade networks, as demand for it influenced colonial economics and exploitation of resources in the Americas. Today, with the renewed interest in natural and sustainable products, cochineal dye is again in demand in the food and cosmetics industries, prized for being a natural, non-toxic alternative to synthetic dyes. The cochineal scale insect's unique biology, historical significance, and enduring relevance make it a key figure in human history and one that continues to influence.
The silk moth jump-started global trade beginning from China. The exposure of different nations to this caused immense and cascading consequences. Domestication of animals has been practiced worldwide for tens of thousands of years, but the domestication of the silk moth is a fascinating example of domestication for a purpose that is not connected to just subsistence farming. The demand for silk led to the establishment of the Silk Road, a vast network of trade networks that connected East and West. And this wasn't just about the exchange of goods, it facilitated the spread of ideas, technologies, religions, and cultures. And without this important trade route, innovations like papermaking, gunpowder, and printing could have been seriously delayed. Biologically, the silk moth is unique in its monophagous nature. The fully domesticated version relies entirely on humans for reproduction, illustrating a deep symbiosis between our species. The silk moth's lifestyle and silk production have been subjects of scientific study, contributing to advances in genetics, biology, and material sciences. In modern times, silk remains a valuable textile, and research into silk proteins is leading into breakthroughs in medicine and engineering, such as biodegradable materials and advanced biomaterials. 1,000 years of selective breeding has also perfected the silk producing efficiency of the silk moth.
When the silk moth, while the silk moth has undoubtedly had an important role in history, the impact of Dactylus coccus on the global economy and culture, particularly in Europe during the colonial period, is unmatched. Cochineal dye was so valuable that it often was compared to gold and silver, making it a major driver of the European economy. While the silk moth's contributions are significant, it's important to recognize that silk was a luxury item for much of history, accessible only to the elite. The cocktail dye, on the other hand, had democratizing effect on access to vibrant colors. Its affordability compared to other dyes allowed broader segments of society to enjoy these rich colored textiles. The cochineal dye also had an impact on the colonialization of the Americas. It was driving force behind Spain's economic policies and colonial strategies. The insect influenced not just trade, but also geopolitics, contributing to conflicts and power shifts in Europe. The cultural impact of cochineal dye extended into art, fashion, and European taste and aesthetics, while silk didn't really do that. Its significance during the critical period of European expansion cannot be overstated. It was also one of the only natural dyes that didn't fade, making it indispensable for textiles.
Cochineal dye may have been culturally impactful to a certain degree, but I don't agree with the fact that it played a central role in the colonization of the Americas, more so a coincidental byproduct of that. Land and natural resources were probably more important motivations for the colonization of the New World. On the other hand, the silk moth directly impacted millennia and several continents through its trade. The Silk Road didn't just transport silk, it was the backbone of cross cultural interaction for over 1,000 years. Silk was more than a luxury item, it was a medium of exchange and a diplomatic tool. It played a role in the rise and fall of empires, and it facilitated the spread of major religions like Buddhism and Islam. The technological and scientific knowledge that flowed along the Silk Road accelerated progress in numerous fields. The silk moth was instrumental in early genetic research, also contributing to our understanding of heredity. Today, silk is being used in biomedical applications, developing future technologies and treatments. Its utility continues to drive innovation into a sustainable direction, hopefully steering us away from further destroying our environment worldwide.
While the Silk Road was significant, it's essential to consider the human costs associated with silk production, including serfdom and exploitation in sericulture. Many sericulture workers, often lower social class, were bound to labor-intensive and repetitive tasks with little reward, reinforcing social hierarchies and economic disparity. In some regions, sericulture relied on coerced labor, with workers facing harsh conditions to meet the high demand for silk. In contrast, cochineal dye production involved partnerships with indigenous people who had been cultivating the dye for centuries before European involvement. This led to cultural exchange and the preservation of indigenous knowledge. Additionally, the cochineal dye influenced the development of synthetic dyes. The desire to replicate the vibrant red led to advancements in chemistry, contributing to the modern chemical industry. The cochineal insects impact both historically and in contemporary times with sustainable practices demonstrate as a multifaceted influence on human society.
Well, despite the healthy contribution of cochineal dye to chemistry, I would still argue that its utility is severely overshadowed by the silk moth. Dyes may be useful for the cosmetic industry, but silk moth has proved invaluable as a cosmetic and medical research subject. For example, biodegradable plastics and advanced medical implants are being researched with the silk moth. Its proteins could make the materials that are both strong and biodegradable. And furthermore, the cultural impact of silk expanded worldwide. There's a reason that silk connects quality to product in people's minds. The silk moth's role in facilitating centuries of cultural and technological exchange surpasses the impact of the cochineal insect.
In summary, the cochineal scale insect, Dactylopius coccus, has had a remarkable and enduring impact on human history. The tiny insect produces a carminic acid, the source of cochineal dye, a vibrant red pigment that was most valuable from the Americas after the Spanish conquest. The dye significantly bolstered the Spanish Empire's wealth, influencing global trade and economic policies. Culturally, cochineal dye revolutionized art and fashion in Europe. It provided artists with a pigment of unmatched brilliance, enriching masterpieces that are incredibly well known today in the Renaissance and Baroque periods. The dye became a symbol of prestige, adorning royalty, clergy, and military uniforms, shaping social identities and fashion trends. Scientifically, the cochineal insect's development in organisms, organic chemistry, and the eventual creation of synthetic dyes marks significant progress in the chemical industry. Today, with a global emphasis on sustainability, cochineal dye has regained prominence as a natural coloring in foods and cosmetics. Studying the cochineal insect provides insights into sustainable resource use and the importance of biodiversity. The cochineal scale insect's multifaceted influence on economics, culture, and science demonstrates its profound role in shaping human civilization. Its legacy highlights even when the smallest organisms can have its legacy highlights even how the smallest organisms can have significant impact on the world, offering valuable lessons as we strive for a sustainable future. Studying the cochineal scale insect provides valuable insights into harvesting, natural dye production, and the intricate relationship between humans and the environment. Its historical and modern relevance highlights its importance. While both insects have shaped history, the cochineal scale insect's unique combination of economic, cultural, and scientific influence makes it a contender for the most impactful insect in history.
Well, in conclusion, the silk moth, Bombyx mori, stands out as a more significant insect in human history. Its influence extends and increases over thousands of years, affecting global trade, cultural development, technological advancement, and scientific discovery. The silk moth facilitated connections between the East and West in profound ways. Early genetic studies on Bombyx mori advanced our understanding of heredity and biology. Today's silk proteins are at the forefront of insect biomedical research, aiding in the creation of biodegradable materials, advanced medical implants, and tissue regeneration. These applications have the potential to revolutionize medicine and material science. Silk has inspired art, fashion, and symbolism across civilizations. Studying the silk moth enhances our understanding of domestication, sustainable practices, and creative applications in medicine and engineering. So the silk moth stands out as the insect that has most significantly shaped human civilization. To compare this to the cochineal scale insect is not even a contest. Thank you.
Thank you.